The reason why I came here is because I had one goal in mind, and that goal was to grow my children's jaws to where they should be. It was not about straightening teeth for me. I knew that that was going to happen. But the more important aspect of this is that we need to pay attention to the airway, which sits behind the jaws. And if the jaws are not growing to where they need to be, it is a problem for the airway. It will make a small airway. And the reason that I know this is because I'm a victim of it. So I knew for my children that I did not want that. And I've had braces twice, and my teeth are nice and straight, but I have airway issues, and I have sleep issues, and I have all the other symptoms that come with jaws that did not grow properly. The way I found out about Dr. Watson was just through a lot of research, a lot of talking with people, and a lot of calling around. I knew that I wanted a certain appliance because I knew that my children were midface deficient, that their jaws were not growing to where they should be. So I did a lot of research on that. And the problem is the tongue is what forms the face, basically. So if you're not swallowing correctly, which I wasn't, so I know now the difference. You know, I lived with an incorrect swallow, and now I know a correct swallow. You're not constantly stimulating your upper jaw like you should be. And children need that in order to grow the jaws forward. They also need to be breathing properly and swallowing properly and holding their tongue in the correct posture, which is sitting up into the palate, constantly stimulating that palate. If that's not happening, the jaws are not growing to where they should be. And that's where the crooked teeth come from. But that's also where a small airway comes from. And these are all just symptoms of the actual cause, and the cause comes from the tongue. Our tongue is so important, and it's so important that it's functioning properly. When Dr. Watson looked at my children, she agreed with using the growth appliance and that they were deficient in the jaw growth. And so that's the journey that we started on. I mean, I think the most important part of this is that we can't just focus on straightening teeth. We have to actually change structure. And it's very important because as we age, you hear it all the time. People will say they have gum disease. They have obstructive sleep apnea. They're linking the airway to a lot of other diseases as well. They're thinking this constant, because most people don't know they have it. So they live for such a long time shutting off oxygen to the brain, and they don't know it. I'm not thinking that's real good for the body, and I think that's where a lot of the diseases are showing up later in life.